You have to use, and like, how many times when you get up on a target, the first thing you do is close your non-dominant eye. This forces you to keep both eyes open until you're.
But here's the thing, also on a street, you're not going to go.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're not going to be doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Pops on your
But see how it makes you be ready,
Yeah.
but yet paused.
It's weird. So trigger, I mean, you know trigger discipline, but trigger discipline is huge because you only put your finger on the trigger when you're ready to shoot, and you're ready to shoot in any scenario in this.
Yeah,
and so, but you have to be almost at that pressure wall, almost to have your reactionary time be quick. So, but it's like it literally is teaching your finger to be pushing that, pressure wall. And you know where it's at, you know where it's going to break, and then so you get back to that pressure wall super quick. And that's like, that's what I automatically did. And like, I can't tell you, I mean, yeah, I've had a fair amount of training, like I've been through a lot of courses, like, and so I have been trained, but like this is like bringing that back to me. What's that?
Ordnance instructor?
I was just NRA instructor, so I got that, and then I went through a POTA class, and then I did like a advanced pistol course with Chris Serino.
Also, I was just thinking, when you speed this up, your reactionary time on that too, you can get better.
For sure.
Again,
It'll get better.
get there. Again, I want it.
That's pretty amazing.
The athletic side of things, when I put the athletes on it, I do it slower. Get used
Like
to it.
you're starting us out here.
Get used to it. And then we'll start speeding it up a little bit. But just get used to it. Because it's different than anything probably you've ever done.
Did you use one eye or two? Oh yeah, one. Your shoot, right? Yep. Think about it, open both eyes and
So what did you just say right there? You had to think about it.
right.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Working the mind.
Right. I caught myself standing there with one eye open. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? That's what we were talking about it before.
probably a good 30 seconds, or maybe not quite, but you have to be ready. But
and you see the light, but your mind doesn't
I'm
stop.
way off though.
were you?
Oh God, I'm pulling the trigger.
Hey,
everywhere.
this is, I mean, no joke. This is a long shot. That's a long shot for like, I mean, because we shot. If you're shooting, I mean, we shot a computer paper because we didn't have targets because it was not. You hold up. Basically, the thing is you hold it up paper. It's the center mass. So like, if you ever, I mean, if you think about spreading them out a little bit or getting a bigger board and going. Your distance of travel would be a little bit further, and if they just shot squares, basically it would be, you know, center mass as well. I'm not saying, because I don't know, if you hit computer paper and to hold that up anywhere on that sheet of paper is like
Center
a
mass.
severe, like, you know what I mean? So like if you put up 4 just computer sheets of paper, like from, I mean, you could do it like distance wise. Like, you get smaller sheets the closer you get or whatever, and switch them out and say, hey, this is our sheet of paper or whatever. This is our square target for 15 feet. This is a size for 30 feet. This is a size. Because when I did Opata, we had to, dude, I forget how long the shot was, but like my Opata certification was like, I mean, we had 2 guys fail the course right then. Because
The farthest thing is 50.
So we had, there was 2 guys that they were like,
Yeah, it's
hey, you have to take another, and it's
down
like,
there.
it's like, I mean, it's a little bit of a ways, but
Yeah. So that's what's like. I just bought these off Amazon just for something to shoot at, other than just literally taking spray paint targets.
Yeah.
It's paper, like we said.
yeah,
Because that's all that the first one was.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's see what it looks like.
it's pretty cool. It is cool. I like it. It's just like, it brings out fundamentals of like shooting, because you can't hit, you can drill holes after a while, but like to do drill holes, you know what I mean? It's an entirely different game.
That's what we've seen on the other side of things.
You want to shoot? Everybody? Rich?
You guys are the pros. So
Shoot.
what do you think of?
Use the term
I
loosely.
think it's fun. I think it's fun. Not only is it fun, it makes you think. It makes you think.
Yeah.
You got to slow down here and speed it up.
Basically, this is
That
almost
was
like
good. That was good to slow it first. You know what I mean? Because like then the blue comes, it's like All right, I got a few. All right.
A little bit faster.
Yeah.
A little bit.
is it metal back there, the bullets.
I don't know. I don't know what's even better. I heard zippers.
Could be a rock or something.
Well, after the second time, it's like more. I want faster. You know what I mean? Like faster, but like better. You know, better. So it's like you can sit on a slow, but even then, like I find myself now that I understand the system a little bit more, the second time shooting is funner because now I've dropped my gun to below the target and to coming up, because you always draw up on a target. And I was before starting in the center, and I was blocking out. I could, you almost with your other eye losing partial visibility of one of the targets. So now I'm going low, and then I'm drawing up to my target. So it's like, and it's, I don't know if they train you guys to, you know, always draw up on a target, but your sights are like this, and so when you come down, it's easier to come down or come up on a target than it is to come down and like, I can't see it yet, but you know exactly what you're coming up to. So I aim low, and I felt better, but you up? I don't have
thumbs
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I'm a fan.
I want to, yeah.
I like that fast. LA. Was I all over the place?
Oh, it's hard to see.
All right, it's hard to see now. That's the first time I've shot since I retired back in 2012.
So yeah, it's an interesting. It's fun. You guys are having fun on it.
Yeah.
Just so you're having fun on it. You have absolutely no clue what it's doing to your mind. It's training your mind.
Yeah, right.
There you go. It's pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. This is like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So here's what, again, from noticing, from standing back and watching this, the first couple, you're still trying to get used to it.
Yep.
And then it finally starts to sink in.
Yeah, it got better and better and better.
I like more. You know what I mean? I just want like
It's like sex, right?
Am I good here or do I need to go over?
Just stand right next to the bag. There you go. Perfect.
We'll start at some point, but it's kind of hard to get going.
See, there's flickering.
On this one. Oh,
You know what I recognize there?
But
The situations, almost like a double tap situation. Almost?
yeah, I mean, you gotta, if they can tap more of one, you gotta think faster.
Yeah.
You know,
wow. That is amazing.
when you get behind, you start playing catch up. It's already in the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
one. You're like, yeah. You got it. And what was the pattern? You know what I mean? Like, or what's like the sequence?
That's the nice
That
thing
is
about
fun right there. That is awesome.
and shooting ranges, right, are gonna have fun with it because they're gonna be selling a shit ton of ammo.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They'll want to buy more ammo.
Yeah, this ain't gonna get the best of me. Give me some more, you know?
Oh, I shot it!
Oh no.
Shot the light.
You really can't explain it.
Too. Well, all lights are off. You're like, you know, like, what's going on? I didn't know if that one was a double tap or not, so I lit her twice.
No, I think it was. I think it was.
I think the biggest thing for this, for me personally, is that I default back to the things I teach not to do. When I'm shooting, I started just then, when I wasn't breathing, I started jerking the trigger, and I defaulted in speed, and in like turmoil, I defaulted back to not smooth, not slow, not consistent, not breathe, not trigger control, hold control. That all went out the window when they went faster. Halfway through that magazine, you know what I mean? So like, if I'm again, it's like start focusing on the things that I know. Trigger control. I have to breathe, and it's hard to. You can't control your breathing like you're supposed to. It's theoretically you're supposed to hold your breath, exhale. You're going to inhale, exhale, halfway out, take the shot. So you're actually theoretically holding your breath while you shoot. Like that's the correct condition. You can't do that here. Or can you do that in an environment where in a situation you can't do that? That's not possible. So this will teach you how to maybe continually breathe through firing shots. You know what I mean? And still working on I was annoyed when that's your gun too, so I blame it on that. But like the trigger, like I hated how I just jerked that trigger. That's something I
think it's also when you go faster on that, your soft spot, that trigger, I think it teaches you how to find that a little bit.
Yeah,
you can't let it
get back to that pressure wall.
Yeah, you gotta find it fast.
Yep, because you gotta be right back.
Be ready.
So it's interesting with what you just said. I don't know if you were ever in a situation, in a shooting situation like that or not. You have all the training in the world to do that. Hold your breath, or breathe, do this. Did that contemplate that when you were in that situation?
Did it go this go?
No. When you were in the real life situation, you still had the training.
Yeah, you still do.
If it's a white light, you shoot at that light, not at the light, but target at the light.
No, like I said,
one that did that, by the way.
That was good.
Did I hit?
Yeah,
I mean,
did good.
Ish?
It's hard to see where it's at on the target.
I feel like I'm looking at the light, but then also looking at the target, and then. But
So, yeah, what did you feel?
what did I feel? Oh, my assessment of the
Yes,
product.
what do you
I think you guys are trigger happy.
We are today.
That's not an assessment of your gender or anything. You found that difficult to like take your time.
No. This is you turned it way down.
Oh. Let's dance.
Let's do it.
Oh, that's gonna be sexy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want it so rapid fire, like I'm not even aiming, but I mean, I think we could do. Oh, so you're saying you got like so disjointed? Well, I mean, I think slow. I was like, why are you so like?
It's just good to get your feet wet. He didn't like.
Oh, you didn't want to overwhelm me.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
Sure.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, he's ready. She's big talk.
Guys, awful trigger happy today.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I can't. Oh. I feel like can I set her up a little, or is that gonna be?
Yeah, I don't know if you were wrong, whatever.
No, I'm saying can I go like this way?
That's what I meant right to shoot him.
No, I mean, can I go here? It's ready, kind. It's ready.
Yep. You're getting behind.
My God. Slow and steady wins the race. Another life lesson out here.
What was your assessment of the fastest speed?
No, it was good. I mean, you definitely. I mean, I don't know, but you were probably more breath control than I was. I think aim goes by the wayside,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
But that's the thing. You got to get back in.
It does.
Right. I mean, that's the point.
Yeah.
Sure, but it does. I mean, that's a concentrated area. Have you thought about like widening it and then scoping it in?
Got to start somewhere.
I was just curious.
No, that's what it's absolutely right. We've all been talking about this.
Yeah.
Do we do bigger targets, especially for something out here? Shooting
Yeah.
range, this is about as big as you can get
Sure.
for an indoor.
I only wonder to get used to the process of it, to be like a little wider. Not much. I would say
Yeah.
maybe like another foot, just to get used to like the movement of it, because a lot of like beginners are not going to be used to that. I think people that have shot before. It's just my 2 cents. Yeah, but it's very cool. It's good because
We do stuff
trains
with,
you to-
yeah, like pro athletes on speed training and stuff.
yeah.
Well, you can, what do you do?
So more or less, I'm a pro athlete also, and growing up it was, the cones. You run from this cone to that
Yeah.
cone. On a football field, do you ever see a cone anywhere? No,
Right.
it's not there. So that's great for changing direction, but then you see kids go from a practice
Right.
to a
They
game.
don't know what to do.
Well,
Yeah.
they're blowing ACLs. They're doing this. So the easiest way to explain this is you're out here walking along. You know there's a dip somewhere, and you step in it,
Right.
and you don't know it's there. And you're like, oh, right, your back hurts. What happens on repetition? Your muscles just fire. On a reactionary movement, your foot muscles fire 7 times harder than they do repetition. So you get these kids that are running cone to cone. When I'm getting to this cone, I know I'm turning and going to that
Right.
one. So there's no reactionary movement. So your muscles are firing, but then you throw that reactionary movement in there and your muscles fire 7 times harder. So I'm running here at this light, I don't know where it's gonna go. Oh, this one goes, now I gotta react and go.
Right.
So we can train kids and athletes from all spectrums that your muscles are gonna fire 7 times harder every single time you run at one of my lights instead of cone to cone.
Right.
So now when you take the same thing, so not only are you training your muscles, you're training your mind
Right.
7 times as hard the same way. So when you put the same thing with a target,
Yeah.
if you were shooting center mass, you'd hit probably center mass every time.
Right.
But now, like you said, your targeting goes out the waist
Yeah.
side. So, okay, now let's hone that back in. So, you know, first time doing it, I don't expect you to hit the target.
Yeah.
10 times, 15 times. Now you're moving and you're hitting center target every single time you're doing that.
Yeah.
Just like everything else, it
for
takes
sure.
practice.
Yeah.
So that's the process and the science behind what it is. It's we're firing your muscles 7 times harder every time you have to do something. And you have to start honing that in.
So what do you think is better to start, like reaction time or like actually hitting the target? Because I mean, if you went wider, I mean, reaction time would have to be more because you'd have to be like
I would
looking wider.
I always go. It's quality over quantity. So I always go for just like
But to start, that's what I'm asking.
to start would always be
But
center. Would always be center target.
But with this.
We slowed it way down the first time.
Well, no, but I'm saying like from a wider perspective, like when you're gonna have to like move, not only move, because you know, I mean, that's just very finite movement.
Yeah.
This would
What
be
happens
better.
when you have to like swing?
I see
This
what you're
it
saying.
would
Do you know
be
what I
better to
mean?
have
Bigger
this
target.
Yeah,
first, then expand the
Train
target.
the target.
yeah. I'm
Like,
just asking, like,
you're saying
no,
with
I'm
the-
asking from like a reaction standpoint versus like I mean, that's great that I had to be more reactionary in my mind, but you're not involving the physical yet at all, really. I didn't
You're standing
move.
still.
Yeah,
You're
just
not moving
mental.
But
around.
I'm saying if one's here and one's here, I'm gonna have to look with my eyeballs, not that much, but I'm gonna have to look with my eyes and react with my physical as well.
So what
Do you
would
know
be
what I
an
mean?
interesting concept with that is if we set one box up in the middle and put 2 of these up.
Right. And
So
then
you would
yeah,
have white lights.
like a driver's test.
Correct.
Where do you
So
see?
If you
Right,
did 2
right.
of these, and again, that would be more of an outside. You couldn't
Yeah,
do that
for
inside.
sure.
But yeah, if we set 2 of them up 6 foot apart and had 4 white lights, 4 white lights, so you're almost here. White light, oh, then you,
Yeah.
So now you're zooming in and zooming in.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be interesting because then you'd be involving more of like your body.
And you could do 2 lanes like that too.
Could,
Have one.
Yeah.
could. But again, that's down the road.
That's
Sure.
down the road.
Sure. God.
Yeah, I
Down the
know.
road.
Well, I mean, literally, this is the.
Yeah. No, that's very cool.
This is one of the first. This is the first time live rounds have ever been shot on.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a. Yeah, I
Your
like it.
frames can validate that.
See, also
There's just a few holes in them.
Oh.
but it's also making you focus
Right.
and hesitate. Because that blue is guy doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah.
He hits you.
So it's interesting. I have it with Hilliard Bradley right here, the baseball team, and usually they'll just set a cover tee up, and it's you get off the tee, and they get on that for 3-4 minutes, and they're grab ass, they're joking around with each other. It's interesting you said focus because
Attention
that's
span.
what it makes them do. So what we do is we have a frame, and it has the 4 quadrants of the strike zone on it, and they can dry swing on the 4 quadrants.
Yeah.
But what we also do is have the 2 tees, one on the outside of the plate, one on the inside of the plate, and we move them up and down. So they're here and they're focused and they close their eyes and they watch the pitcher go through the routine, and as soon as he's releasing that ball, they're opening their eyes, and if it's on the outside, they've got to find the ball on the outside, or they have to find the ball on the inside, whatever light's on, but they don't know. So once they close their eyes and they're watching the pitcher, we're moving the balls up and down. So they have no clue where they're at. So the interesting thing about that is they said most batters stop at 20 degrees. They don't see the ball make contact with the bat, or vice versa. So what this forces them to do is you're here, you open your eyes, and you have to find that ball this way and actually see the ball making contact with the bat. And their batting right now is just going astronomical
Yeah.
with what's going on. He said, we're still striking out, we're still doing all this stuff, but every single time we hit the ball, it's a solid hit.
Yeah.
It's not we're
Full
grazing
contact
the ball.
or yeah.
It's not you're
Making
popping it up.
Making contact.
We're seeing the ball hit the bat.
Nice.
So pretty interesting stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, it does. It makes you focus, and,
Yeah.
and it helps the kids too, because kids' attention span. When you bring something like this in, their attention span goes. It's totally different.
Correct.
Well, it's a flashy object.
Yeah, it's
I
a
love
flashy
it.
object.
I love lights.
You're like, it's like a cat chasing the
Right, right. A piece of foil for a bird. We get it.
But-
Yeah.
But so from the
Very
first
cool.
time you guys shot on it till the last time, could you see an improvement in yourselves?
Yeah. I figured out how to like get what I wanted to accomplish better, but then started on that last time, still found started defaulting back to things that I don't want to do, which is like my breathing. Like I'd have to figure out, I'd have to work through my own demons with this, with trigger
Shooting
control.
to match the light.
Yeah, but like I also I'm for accuracy over speed, but I love both.
So this is the thing. You're always trying to improve something. It's just like the police force, the police agencies throughout, America. We're trying to improve something. And I think this would be not only fun, but it would improve, their policing and all that.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt.
It's not going to hurt. And what range do you go to? Look at us out here smiling today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to find us at a range.
Still smiling.
You're not going to find us at a range,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You want to go back. That's for sure.
This is
So-
it's a
And like you said, it's a training. It does train your brain.
More so than what you know.
Well, it's fun, but you're really thinking.
Do you ever have like
Okay.
a post
Shoot or
or
don't
something?
shoot. That's right. Shoot or don't shoot.